Republican Representative Trent Franks did some grandstanding at the Planned Parenthood hearing. Let's watch.
The fact is, Mr. Chairman, that more than 18,000 late-term pain-capable unborn babies were torturously killed without anesthesia in America in just the last year. Many of them cried and screamed as they died, but because it was amniotic fluid going over the vocal cords instead of air, we couldn't hear them. It is the worst human rights atrocity in the history of the United States of America. Now, I know that many of you on this committee will hold to the standard line and try to cloak all of this in the name of freedom of choice. But I beg you to open your own hearts and ask yourselves, what is so liberating about brutally and painfully dismembering living, helpless little human babies?
I'm going to get to the facts in a second here. Just know what he's saying is not correct. If that were true, if what he was describing was the case, yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody would be against it. But what you're saying is false. What you're saying is not accurate, which is why we're against you. See, he's being dramatic and he's going over the top and he's making it seem like, I care so deeply about life. I'm so in favor of life that I'm for the death penalty and I'm for every conceivable war that we've done in the Middle East. Don't look at that hypocrisy because I love life. No, again, like I said, what you're saying is inaccurate. Now, I'm going to get to those facts in a second, but did you hear that comment in the middle there? He said abortion is the worst human rights atrocity in U.S. history. That's so stupid. You might need to come out and do a public apology. I mean, I'm not one to play the O card often. Oh, I'm offended. Well, is the thing true or untrue? That's what matters. In this case, what he's saying is both untrue and offensive. The worst human rights atrocity in United States history. What about, I don't know, slavery? Nope, this is worse. Interesting. It's good to know that, you take the concerns of the history of the United States very seriously when you downplay it and act like abortion is the worst ever. So abortion is worse than slavery. Abortion is worse than the Native American genocide. Abortion is worse than dropping the nuclear bombs. Abortion is worse than CIA torture. Abortion is worse than invading a country that didn't attack us and staying there for over a decade. And, by the way, the minimum number of people, civilians, killed post that invasion, 200,000. Some of that because we riled up the Sunni Shia tensions, and some of that directly because of our military. But no, abortion is worse than all that. Now, like I said at the beginning, I'm going to get to the facts. Well, here are the facts. Let's show the chart here from the Guttmacher Institute. See, these guys actually do science, and they do research, and they uncover facts. And what you're looking at here is a chart of when women have abortions. Now, this idiot went on and on about, oh my God, the pain of the babies who are being dismembered. What does this chart show here? You see that little sliver that says 1.2%? You know what that represents? That represents the abortions in the United States post-viability. Now, that 1.2% is comprised of people who have been raped. That 1.2% is to save the life of the mother. That 1.2% is because there's a fatal defect in the fetus, and the fetus isn't going to make it either way. That's what that 1.2% of abortions represents. You know what the other 99% of abortions are? They happen before viability, which means they happen before the creation of the nervous system in the fetus. You know what that means? There is literally no pain. So all this grandstanding, the babies are screaming in the womb and the amniotic fluid is going over the vocal cords, all made up. All 100%, absolutely, positively, completely made up. Now understand, I'm even being kind to him with the lines that I'm drawing here, because not all scientists agree that, hey, fetuses feel pain from viability and onward. Some scientists say that actually happens later. So even if you take the claim that the right-wingers like to make, which is from viability and onward, the fetus can feel pain. Even by using your own standard, 99% of abortions in the United States of America have zero pain associated with them whatsoever. And for the record here, 89% of abortions occur before 12 weeks. And then we're getting into the realm of, before that, of gametes and zygotes and embryos and things of that nature. And this guy is so brainwashed and so crazy that he's in the group of people that say, it's a human rights atrocity if you dare to get rid of an embryo or a zygote or a gamete. So let's have a conversation about that, buddy. I guess you believe that that's worse than slavery, right? The Plan B pill is worse than slavery. The pill is probably worse than slavery in this guy's mind. And the Native American genocide and nuking thousands of Japanese civilians. See, this is the problem in American politics. Well, there's many problems in American politics, but one of the biggest problems is half of the debate that's happening in the establishment, so the elected Republican politicians, they're out to fucking lunch. They don't even agree on the basic facts and then have an argument over the interpretations of those facts. No, they say, no, we're fact-free over here, son. Forget the facts, forget the information, forget the data. I will just go out there and make shit up, and in the process, tar the other side as being in favor of human rights atrocities and acting like abortion is genocide. And then we all wonder why, oh, look at that, there was a bombing, a terrorist attack, an arson attack at a Planned Parenthood last week. Gee, I wonder why. Could it be because we have idiot elected Republican politicians screaming about how what we're doing right now, women's reproductive rights, that's worse than slavery, that's worse than the Native American genocide, that's worse than nuclear fucking bombs? It's irresponsible, it's unethical, and most importantly, what they're saying is untrue. Don't buy into their bullshit.